Welcome to Free Life Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on? Thank you for your donation, Karen, with a double shot. We got Becca Boo Bartman. We got Sim. We got Sarah, Hershey, Mizrak, and Effie. What is going on, everybody? Appreciate you hanging out. Tonight is another fine weekend evening. Antonio, thank you for your donation as well. Let's start it out with a little bit of this tarot. It's been a minute since this tarot has hit the table, so I'm ready to go. Becca Boo is first tonight. Becca Boo, you are early. What is going on? We got something Misty. Welcome, Misty. I appreciate you hanging out. It's something Misty. I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyway, we got Karen's got the double shot. Let's do that. Let's see, will I get my master's degree, or are we just not going to get a master's degree in this particular instance? Let's see what is happening with that. Ultraviolet Teddy, be random with me. Everybody's here. What is going on? Hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend, doing all the Brian talks and, everything else apparently this weekend. So, making it happen. Making it happen over there. Let's look at Masters versus None. Marie, I thank you for your donation as well. We got Maruta up in the house. Welcome. All right. Will I get a master's degree or not? I mean, it looks like a tough choice. This looks like a tough choice. It's almost like it's a waste of time. Now, of course, entertainment purposes only, never get a degree based upon a random dude on YouTube. But I'm just saying, we do have a little bit of a waste of time. Roseanne, what is going on? But yeah, the choices. It's almost like a hard choice to make. Normally, let's say you're in a field like psychology or something. Getting a master's is kind of a given, right? There's only so much we can do with a bachelor's. There's only so much you can do. I mean, there's only so much money we can make. You kind of have hit a dead end of sort of getting good jobs and getting out of that thing. So a master's degree, a higher level of education, that kind of thing, just sort of leans itself towards, yeah. But it almost looks like that this just doesn't work. This just doesn't function as per that, right? It just doesn't seem like that is working. Black Swan, I do see your donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But yeah, so hard choice to make. Seems like it's a waste of time. This is something where you do have to go and move forward in time a little bit. What is a master's degree going to get you versus the cost versus the time? Is it going to be better for us to be in the workplace, to get us sort of a promotion, move forward with some things in that? Is that going to be a better thing? Basically, it looks like it's a waste of time. Now, definitely something you want to heavily research before you take that hit. So obviously, I would say not right now for the master's degree. Do the heavy research, get things going on. Me 888, what is going on? Appreciate that. We got Susan, Marie, and another Marie out there. Thank you for your donations. I greatly appreciate that. Let's get the other double shot up in here tonight. Is we'll be able to see Abel next week. Will we be able to see next week? We'll see. We'll see what is happening with all of that. I am going to say that, ooh, it's interesting. Get a little Seven of Pentacles in there. It looks like it's quite possible indeed. I mean, it looks like that this is something that could happen. The nice thing about it is you have the Tower over here. It says it's about time for us to structurally see what is the limits to this. What are the things happening here? And what are going to be the benefits versus the doubts in here? It seems like that Abel's sort of ready. I mean, they're in that mode where they're ready to move past, ready to move the next iteration, ready to take the chance on what is happening here. It also looks like you have a lot of things to kind of say, a lot of things to do with this connection as well. But it just looks like that this is quite possible indeed. It's almost like Abel is ready. Abel's ready to roll with this. I think this is going to be the biggest part, right? So if you're looking at their part, it does seem that they're ready to rock and roll with this, and we're ready to go. I would definitely encourage you to hit him up next week with that. So it does look like you're able to see Abel next week, as they say, with all of that. We got me 888 up in the queue. We got Be Random with me on the PayPal side as well. Black Swan, you are next. If you get intimate with a colleague, oh my. Geetika, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Now, we got Kate. Welcome, Kate. I appreciate you hanging out over here. We got Skag is back. Welcome, Skag. I appreciate you being here tonight. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Black Swan wants to get funky with the coworker. A little funky comedina over there. Is that going to be something that we could do or maybe not do? I mean, there are some limitations to that avenue. I got to say that. If I get intimate with a colleague, what damage level would it be, and will others find out my little secret? Well, it's kind of fun at first, but then it gets kind of weird pretty quick if you stop liking them. You know, I think there's that one thing too. I mean, this is just my personal opinion, but hey. It's fun at first because it's a little secretive. It's kind of fun. It's, you know, it's our little secret with that. And wow, that looks really good. Okay, others finding out is bad, which, master the obvious, you kind of saw that coming, right? You know, others finding out probably wouldn't be the best option here. And that isn't the case everywhere. A lot of times you do have a work situation where you're intimate with somebody and it's perfectly okay, and everybody finds out about it later, and everybody's like, oh, and they wish you the best and all this other stuff. You know, this doesn't look like the case. This just doesn't look like the case, right? Effie says, don't mix business with pleasure, or in other words, don't crap where you eat. Yeah, don't shit where you eat. You know, that's one of those things too. There is a consequence to people finding out on this. So this doesn't look like one of those safe spaces to where once everybody finds out, they're gonna be, oh, you're so cute together. Y'all so nice. It just doesn't look like that. It just doesn't look like that. It looks like the tower could happen with that. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean we break up and we still got to work together? So now it's awkward and now everything's weird and now people start filing legal documents. I don't know. But the tower says that this is going to be something that does have a level of consequence, and does have a level of consequence as well if people find out. Now, is this a good connection? This looks like it's quite a bit of a good connection. We have a beautiful happy home, happy family as far as sort of the regurgitation of getting a new thing, getting something done right here. The Four of Wands is always a fantastic card with happy home, happy family, starting it out. A little bit of the fiery aspect over here. That's fine. But the Lover's card next to the Tower means there's consequence to people finding out. Nine of Pentacles is a fantastic card as well. So you're looking at great cards. So let's say, number one, let's go over here to the right and say the love relationship. Thumbs up for the love relationship. We got a lot of good things with this love relationship, quite frankly, right? Caro, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. But I'm just saying, love relationship looks amazing. You got these three cards over here, but it looks like you definitely don't want anyone to find out at work. Looks like there's a consequence to be paid as well. You also want to have a decent avenue for getting out of this if this becomes painful, right? You know, so if you have an avenue to get out of it, in other words, you break up, everything will be cool, or are we going to start filing legal action against each other? We need to figure this out first. So planning is going to be opportunistic here, and don't let others find out, but other than that, this looks like a great relationship. I mean, this looks really good. The Lovers is a tough card to find next to the Tower, right? Because you know there's a lot of potential. You know there's a lot of great things just waiting to happen here, but you have that little bit of the downside. But hey, if we can work it out, if we can agree, hey, if this doesn't work out, we're going to stay professional. We both shake hands on that. I think that works as well. Lani, thank you for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate you. We got Antonio coming up now. The next 2 weeks, what is going on with that? Let's see how the next 2 weeks could go. Hopefully the next 2 weeks is half decent. We would like the next 2 weeks to be half decent, of course. Oh, the Fool, the World. We got two big majors. That's interesting. We got a conclusion and a beginning. You know, normally I don't lean this direction, but we're going to lean this direction anyway. But hey, this is what we say we're going to go for. The World with the Fool. The reason I say that, we got the beginning here, we got the ending here. They're flipped, right? We end on something, we begin on something else because we're leaning on the majors as well. because we have these two power cards sitting here just sort of gestating on the end, it feels like that we are ending something in the next 2 weeks and beginning something even better. And this looks like something substantial too. And thank you for your donation. This looks like something substantial, something meaty, something beefy, something where we really understand that there's a lot of power, a lot of potential here for endings, for beginnings, for moving into the next thing, moving into the next zone. We are ending and beginning something big. Now, there's a level of risk involved with the new beginnings. That's perfectly okay. It's not going to be a big deal, but you just kind of have to be aware of that. That's got to be an open opportunity. It's got to be a good thing overall for us, but just realize we have a lot of endings and a lot of beginnings. Four of Pentacles says hang on for the wild ride. In other words, don't use too many of your resources during this transition. Let half of this just sort of, finish itself off, do what it wants to do, because it looks like fighting the wave is not going to work out. But it is going to be something where hold on to your, hold on to your assets, hold on to the things that are going to be important to you, and don't let others sort of influence you in this particular direction. But there's a lot of big endings and beginnings here, and I kind of like to see that, right? I mean, a lot of times, because I think we get too comfortable in life, sometimes it is time to go into the next zone, to go into the next thing, and let us sort of, move into something bigger and better, right? Caro, thank you for your other donation. I really appreciate that. We got Marie is happy indeed. We got the double happy. Let's get a nice happy deck of cards for Marie Happy over here going with the Kitten Shops Tarot right there. And thank you for your double donation. I appreciate that. Caro's got the double. Marie's got the double. We got all sorts of doubles tonight. It is double, and more double trouble with that. Marie wants to know, does C still think of me, or have they lost track of me entirely? That's what happens. And that's what happens sometimes. We just lose track of this. The Hermit, they do feel a little bit of aloneness or a little bit of loneliness when you're not there. It feels like that you benefited the relationship. You benefited their life quite a bit when you were around. They had a lot of innovation. They had a lot of fantastic things going on over there. It feels like the Strength card, especially with the Hermit. These two major sandwiching over here, a little Queen of Pentacles, other Pentacles with the 9. It feels like that you brought some benefit into their life. They do still think of you, and they are in that mode where they want to sort of move past and move into the next thing and sort of get back with you and at least get some contact or some good things going, right? Nine of Pentacles. You brought a lot of stuff to my life. And the Nine of Pentacles, you also talk about the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles combo. Talk about it in all my books and all the videos. This is something that's important. It means together we were better than we were alone, right? Julie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, Queen of Pentacles as well, sort of giving that a level of empowerment, a level of good thing coming in through here. Susan and Solid Victory, thank you. And the Strength card, again, sandwiched over here with the Hermit. They do still think of you. And there's a level of kind of, I miss you. I miss what you brought into the relationship. I miss the benefits that you sort of gave me or you brought to me. How to get refocused this week? You're very distracted. Stop being distracted, number one. Now, that seems like an easy thing, but that is it. That is it. It is hot in Texas. It's not that bad, is it? Is it really that bad in Texas? I mean, I'm not really that hot. I got the AC set on like 73, but whatever. All right. I'm ready for the heat. Yeah. It's kind of cold. It's been kind of cold, so I am ready to put on the shorts and get out and ride the bike and stuff like that too. So, Anyway, all right, how to get refocused. Ten of Pentacles says it all. You need to get recentered. I think you're distracted for good reasons, right? A lot of people are distracted for maybe a bad reason or for no reason. Julie, thank you for the double shot. But it feels like you're distracted for a good reason. Knight of Cups over here. There's a lot of emotions moving through, moving past. There's a lot of emotions pulling us in the different directions we really don't want to be. I think the emotions are really what's killing you now. How do we get not distracted? You do need to figure out what is distracting me and get centered and grounded again. You're letting your attention to get in martial arts, right? You have to have a low center of gravity to keep sort of stable. If you have a high center of gravity, somebody's going to sweep you off your feet, throw you down. It's kind of the same thing here. 10 of Pentacles. Get the low center of gravity. Get your focus back. Get centered. And I think that's the big thing here. 9 of Cups says, again, your emotions are what causing this. 6 of Cups just says, get with other people. Talk it out, right? Talk it out. There's something on your mind. You got some emotion. You definitely want to journal. You want to talk it out. You want to get this out. Because if you keep these emotions inside, they're going to brew up and it's going to be a not beneficial situation in the long run. Overall, the Tower says, whatever is on your mind, release it. And I think that's the thing too. Don't hold on to things. Release it. Let it go. You're going to be a lot better off after you release these things, get grounded again, and don't let your emotions just keep bothering you and bothering you. And with everything, with a distraction, your thoughts and your beliefs create your reality. If you're sitting there thinking of distracting things, you need to get control of your thoughts. I mean, that's kind of the bottom line. Master of the obvious, that's the bottom line, but that's the way it is. Joshua, welcome to the stream. Appreciate that. We got Wellness Tarot up in here as well. High Priestess, I got your donation. I appreciate you. We got Lorena as well. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate all of y'all's very generous donations. Sarah, thank you for yours as well. We got a gazillion donations tonight. We got a gazillion donations. Will the new little business be any good? Okay, a business idea. I kind of like that fact that we have a new business idea. Everybody does like a new business idea because, hey, where's it going to go? And there's that initial excitement about, you know, where are we going to take this? How is this going to work out long term? So it's kind of fun. It is kind of fun indeed. So let's check it out over here with a little bit of the Amber Tarot. Will a new business idea be any good? All right, let's see what the cards say as far as the ideas go. Oh, we do have a little bit of the 7 of Pentacles. Jesus, this looks like a home run. I mean, you know, bottom line. Marie, thank you for your donation. This looked like a straight up home run. As far as business ideas go, I don't know what the business idea is, but this looks like absolute gold is what it looks like. You have some of the best cards in the deck for this, right? The first card we have is the 7 of Pentacles. We've talked about this 1,000 times. The 7 of Pentacles is digging pentacles into the ground, planting the seeds for success, and later on seeing the manifestation of that, seeing all of the excitement, all of the profits from that. And you do have that right here. So I really think you are looking at something that can make you some serious fat cash. You also have the Lover's card. In other words, the idea quality, the idea connection is here, and this is a hot rod business absolutely going for sure. As well as the Knight of Cups. Your level of enthusiasm and excitement coming into this does lead a lot of it, right? Because a lot of times the idea may be bad, but because we're excited about it, we tweak it, we modify it, we keep on it until it functions and it works good. And I think that's something that happens as well here. Does it need a couple of tweaks? Absolutely. But do you have an absolute gold idea? I think so. That looks really good. Like that is just pure gold as far as I'm concerned with that. Speaking of pure gold, we got Geetika is back. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate that. We got a little bit of an anxiousness this month. What message does the universe have for me, and will things get better? Well, number one, why are you anxious? I mean, there's usually a reason to be anxious. There's usually a reason to see, kind of reach it within ourselves and see what is wrong with this. We kind of want to see how this is going, right? Incredibly anxious this month. Number one, what are we anxious about? You do have the Page of Wands. You're not ready to take the next step. I think that's one of the big things here. You know what the next step is. You know what the consequences are. You know what needs to be done. I think it's pretty clear. You got that Page of Wands over here. You know what the fiery aspect needs from us, but I'm not willing to commit to it. I'm not willing to make it happen, right? KM, thank you for your donation. We got Maria, thank you for your donation as well. But yeah, you don't really want to just engage in all the moving parts, all of the things that are going on here. And that makes sense, right? Because a lot of this stuff you just don't want to do. You got a 4 of Cups. I see some things I don't want to do. I don't want to deal with. Maybe I want to opt out of this kind of stuff. And the 5 of Swords as well. You're concerned about the long-term consequences of this. What if I fail? What if I can't do this? What if I sort of dead end at some of these things as I'm going? And a couple of pages as well. Maybe not emotionally prepared to deal with everything that is going on. And as well, I'm not ready to take the actions that are required for me to sort of get through this. And that's sort of how it happens, right? So you're incredibly anxious for good reason. What message does the heart card have for me? Number one, step up and take responsibility here and triage all of the things that are going on. Triage it, right? You don't have to do everything at once. Triage it. I need to do this first, this next, and then I need to do this after that. Don't get involved so enamored and so covered with so many different things that you are intimidated. I think that's one of the big ideas as here as well. And as always, stepping up, getting the triage set up, and then taking the action that you need to make yourself a success is going to be good as well. Govinda, welcome. Appreciate that. Shar Trellis is back. Shar Trellis has been a hot minute. Lorena is burning up the credit card on the PayPal side. Thank you, Lorena. I greatly appreciate that. Let's hop over to PayPal. Speaking of which, we got me 888. We got a lot of me's and we got a lot of eights in there. You know, that is my girlfriend life path number. And hey, there you go. Me 888. How are you? I'm doing fine. How is my boss viewing me or feeling about me? How is Manny feeling about me? How is DM feeling about me? How's everybody feeling about me? All right. I guess we have a boss. We have O. And then we have Be Random with Me. I think you appreciate that. Let's see, Kris. All right, we have a lot of people. How do they all feel? We'll see about that. Shar Trellis, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. I'm feeling good about Shar Trellis tonight. Burning up the credit card, speaking of which. All right, we have a lot of people feeling about me. We got, let's see. We got Boss O, we got Manny. So we got Boss and we got Manny. All right, so it's not Boss and O, it's Manny. Okay. So we got the 3-shot on how we're feeling about everybody. So, I mean, there you go. Let's see. We're going to do that. 1, a 2, and a 3. So there we go. If you're random with me, you do have a double shot over there. What's the boss feeling about me? Oh, man, the Hanged Man. You have a unique style about you, right? Shar Trellis, thank you for your other donation. You have a unique style about you. They like that. They appreciate that, especially with the Knight of Wands. You're able to pick things up. You're able to run with it. You have the bosses. Oh, yes, I know. I figured that out. So you got Boss, Manny, and Kris. Anyway, the boss likes you. They like your unusual style. They like some of your unique aspects, your unique perspectives about how things go through with that. Knight of Wands, you're able to pick up things and run with it as well. You don't need a lot of supervision. You don't need a lot of people hovering over you and babysitting you. And that's kind of a big plus as well when it comes to that. Now, how does Manny think about me? We do have a 3 of Swords and the Sun. I think Manny has different opinions about you. They kind of a little bit of a they have a little bit of a lie or a little bit of a false pretense that they're presenting here. You got the Sun, like everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be wonderful, but at the same time, the 3 of Swords, they don't really like you a whole lot. I really think Manny has a little bit of a double-sided sword there, to where they're giving you one set of signals, but the reality is they think something a little bit different. So I would be careful with Manny about how they look and how they are sort of perceiving us as well. All right, well, how does Kris feel about me? Knight of Swords and the 6 of Swords. Kris is just kind of in the middle. They're ready to do whatever. They don't care. They're pretty lenient. They're pretty lax with that. Knight of Swords says they're just in it to win it. They're just kind of cruising along. They don't really have a lot of investment here. And the 6 of Swords says they're just kind of in it for the long run. So yeah, they're good. They're good, right? They're in it for the long run. And that's just kind of where they, how they perceive things with that. We got Be Random with Me. He's got a double shot tonight. We're going to go with all of that and see where that takes us. We got, let's see, Be Random with Me. Be Random with Me. He's got the double shot over there. Garden action. Whoa, that is wrong keys. We have the garden action going over there. And thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. We got the first full season of the garden. That's going to be pretty exciting. That is a good hobby to be in. Garden channel. Ooh, you got another channel. Jesus Christ. You got too many channels. You got too many channels going on. That's just the way it goes. Be Random with Me has 7,000 YouTube channels. You need to be subscribe to all 7,000 of them, though. I'm just saying. They're all just as good. All right. Let's see. Be random with me. We got a garden channel and we got a garden. Let's see how all these things are going to go over here. We're going to do the garden over here. We'll do the garden channel over there. The garden channel. You're competing with some really powerful channels. I used to be into gardening and garden channels. I know it doesn't make any sense, but you know, that's the way it goes. Anyway, you're competing with a lot of people that have some really good channels. But anyway, all right, so the garden. Let's look at just basic. The Hermit says you do need to focus on long-term effects of the garden, right? We need to focus on long-term. In other words, do you have underground watering setup, right? Geetika, thank you for your other donation. Do you have underground watering setup? Do you have the proper irrigation? Do you have everything set up? This is not something you want to sort of look at as a temporary solution. You want to go permanent with it. So how can we do raised bed? How can we do irrigation? How can we get set up for the long run here? Because we really want to make this a long-term garden. And I think that's going to be one of the big things as well going on, right? 8 of Cups says, don't be afraid to lose it if you lose it. A garden is going to be kind of something, especially if we don't know what works, what functions, what is going to be the best in our garden. If it's not working, pull it up and replant something different. I think that's going to be the main opportunity here is don't be attached to something that ain't working in your garden, because a lot of times we'll have bugs, we'll have the soil or whatever just doesn't work for something. Don't be afraid to pull it up and go with something different. Strength card, as always with gardening, be very patient with it. Don't try to rush things and let things go in their own time. And definitely do the research that you need with the garden to make sure that you're planting the right things that are going to work in Michigan, they're going to be okay, that are going to function long term, because you don't want to get in a situation where, you know, you're chasing a very difficult task. Anyway, the garden channel, how's that going to go? The star, I think this looks pretty good for a garden channel. You have a lot of nice things going on this garden channel. So, hey, I would go with it, go after it, and, you know, chase it the best that you can. 4 of Pentacles says definitely keep it a private thing. Don't really make it for the mass market. So, yeah, if you can isolate it to this is gardening for Michigan or, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Do that. I think that's going to be the best opportunity for you. 4 of Pentacles, definitely something that's going to be more personable, going to be more of you than just a generic gardening channel. I think it'll work. Hierophant says, hey, don't work too hard on it. You'll have a couple of dedicated followers in that, orient it to them, and I think that's going to be all right. That is going to be all right. So I like both of them. I like both directions as it goes. So there we go. Ultraviolet is feeling whiny. How's that different from every other day? All right, we'll see. And Geetika, thank you for the other donations. We have 40 donations. So if you're in the queue, I'm sorry. Let's see. We got Caro with a double shot. We'll get Caro. We got Lani. We got Ann with, I think, the 5 or 6 shot or something. Anyway, Caro wants to know. I want to know if the girlfriend of my son lies to him, and she went to, whoa, holy Jesus, Caro, you got the real reading going on over here. We got an abortion reading. I haven't had that in a while. I don't know what's a good abortion reading. I don't know what's a good deck for abortions. Oh, I don't know, but you know, I mean, we could do the Cthulhu deck, but that's kind of sick. But you know, that's the way it goes. Good ship, Lollipop. What is going on? Appreciate that. All right, if the girlfriend lies to him and she went to get an abortion, oh Jesus, that's not the how does X and Y feel about me kind of question. Was that is not it. But all right, we'll see what this abortion thing is going on with that. All right, the Poe. Now, everyone blames the Poe for it. You know, the Poe seems good for everything. All right. As always, entertainment purposes only. Never assume somebody lied and had an abortion based upon an average dude on YouTube reading cards on the internet. But now that's said, let's see if we have an abortion or not. Now, do we have a 10 of Swords? It looks like 2 of Coins. We have an Ace of Cups. We have an 8 of Wands. You know, I'm going to lean in the direction of there's something going on. I'm not going to give you a yes or no or anything like that, but I'm going to say the Ten of Swords looked like something was cut, something was snipped, something was cut, something was done there. It does look like that something was affected, that there's some avenue of effect that occurred here. So we're not going to give you a yes or no, but I'm just going to read the cards over here. So the Ten of Swords is a pretty prominent card in the read, I have to say, as well over here. It's kind of hidden behind a wall, so it's a little bit of a secretive kind of thing. Two of Coins says we did have to make a choice. There was some tough choices to be made here. And that Ace of Cups, as we hold it next to our belly area as well, kind of has a little bit of a thing too. Like there's a level of excitement, and then there was not a level of excitement. And after the excitement was over, it looks like an egg was cracked with that. Eight of Wands says we do want to make sure and watch ourselves with our wands, and take some responsibility over here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm not going to give you a yes or no answer, but reading the cards, we do have a Ace of Cups, a level of excitement holding kind of near our womb. We do have a shattered egg that's hidden behind a wall, and we do have some tough choices that need to be made here. But as always, entertainment purposes only. Never assume anything based upon a random dude on YouTube reading cards. But that's the way it goes with that. We got the tough questions tonight. We got another question from Caro as well. Is the relationship of my son in danger? What do you see going on with this particular relationship and with the level of danger that could be over there? We'll see. We'll see how this goes with that, right? Practice safe. Yeah, you got to be safe out there. You got to be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for a dude to get a snip, it's pretty cheap and it's pretty easy and it only takes a few minutes, But anyway, all right. And then you get a lollipop at the end of that, which is kind of disturbing, I have to say. When you get snipped, by the way, and you're a man and you get snipped, at the end of the procedure, they give you a lollipop, which is frightening for a variety of reasons. But you do get a lollipop at the end of that procedure. So I don't know. I mean, just something to think about. Anyway, all right. Is the relationship of the sun in danger? The Magician, the Three of Cups, the Fool, and the Six of Wands. It does look like eyes are wandering a little bit. Eyes are wandering a little bit. A Three of Cups does say that, hey, we do have a wandering eyes. We do have eyes maybe for others. We do have maybe a third-party situation, either potentially going on, things happening with all of this stuff, as well as the Fool. Also says we're venturing out into areas, into levels where we may not be comfortable in. So, I mean, there you go. Interesting indeed. So we do have wandering out, adventuring out in there, and possibly third-party situations going on. It looks like the Six of Wands. We do want to keep this alive and going at least for a little bit. And the Magician says that this person that they have the relationship with, you definitely want to watch them. They are pretty crafty. No pun intended, a crafty lady. But this person is pretty crafty in how they do things, how they approach things. They're definitely not a newbie with a lot of different aspects of things. But, that is going to be something that you got to watch out for with that. Again, I'm not saying a yes or no answer, entertainment purposes only. So there we go with the tough question of the night. As with that, Lani has another tough question. Getting back with the Gemini action, we still got Lorena with a triple shot on the PayPal. We got High Priestess. We did meet 888. And we did be random with me. We still got Lorena and High Priestess on the PayPal. We're going to get to those after Silent Victory. We do have 42 readings to do. So, there you go. There you go. All right. How's the Gemini feeling about me? Is there anything good coming up soon? Let's see how the Gemini is feeling after all with using one of the best tarots we got, the Modern Love Tarot. Making it happen tonight. This is the one that everybody loves. This is the one to have all of the excitement with. But yeah, you know, there we go. There we go. So yeah, the question is up there, guys. Well, there we go. High Priestess. I already have your question in the queue. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. We'll split this into two. How's the Gemini feeling about me? And do we have anything going on with that? Gemini's kind of upset with you right now. I'm not going to lie. Gemini is kind of upset with you a little bit. You got the Three of Swords with the Hermit. Like, oh man, just leave me alone. They're in that mode where they just want to be left alone. I think they're a little upset. They're a little worked up. They don't have a lot of happiness. They don't have a lot of contentment going on with sort of the way that they're looking at things, the way they're approaching things as well. I do think you have this person as kind of a little bit of a high maintenance person right now. It really feels like they flipped into this mode where they're more high maintenance. They're not as happy as they used to be. It seems like there's some different situations going on with that, especially with the Hermit next to the Hanging Man. It's like they're looking at this perspective, looking at this connection a little bit differently than what they should be doing, especially with the Magician card over there. It's almost like they're trying to outsmart you or outthink you as far as this goes. But yeah, they're very disappointed in kind of where things are, how things are going, where things are moving right now. And that's just sort of the feeling that we have over there. Anything good coming in soon? I don't know if you mean good coming in with the Gemini, or do you mean good coming in overall? I just kind of think that that's be interesting. All right, we'll do a little bit of the both, right? We'll do a little bit of the both. The Fool's nice. Six of Cups, King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. These are all nice. We're looking at sort of a transition from something that is very sort of restricted. We don't have a lot of things moving, a lot of things going on. It just feels like that things are transitioning to a little better space. Six of Cups is nice, especially next to the Fool. We encounter someone, we encounter something that is going to put us into this next opportunity, this next kind of exciting kind of thing, right? Amanda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, the Six of Cups next to the Fool. We meet somebody, brings us on an adventure, brings us on something good, something fantastic, something cool is there, you know? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So this can be kind of fun, going to be kind of exciting as it goes through. But hey, we do have a King of Pentacles over here too. It's kind of like that you do need to sort of manifest things, work on what you're creating, work on how you're going about approaching things. And I think that's going to be something that's going to be interesting for you. Five of Pentacles into the King of Pentacles. We're coming from a list of scarcity into a list of more abundance. So yeah, looking for good things. We have a lot more abundance coming in, a lot more good things headed your way, especially that Five converted into the King. The King has everything, the Five has nothing. A lot of abundance headed your way. Six of Cups, again, somebody is coming into your life. Somebody is at least offering a trip, an adventure, a level of sort of excitement overall for you. And I think that's something you want to engage in. You want to go forth and make it happen because, hey, that is the way it is. That is the way it is indeed. I got High Priestess wants the, okay, relationship with the Sun. Okay, we did all that. All right, High Priestess has another fun. We have all the fun readings tonight. One night stand or no one night stand. You know, if I'm going to have a one night stand, I don't know, do you stand during a one-night stand? I think this whole damn thing is misnamed. I think it's a one-night lay down. I'm just saying. I mean, can I approach this? Can I have a straight-up conversation with y'all? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not a one-night stand. You're not standing up for most of the night. You know, I'm that guy. I'm that guy, though. I'm that guy that has to point out the shit that that I'm like, what's going on with? But anyway, all right. So Teddy does have a headache indeed. You know, that is it. All right. So we're going to do a one night stand. How would C feel if I only wanted a one night stand? Well, we'll see about how that's going to go. Three of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and a Page of Wands. The Two of Pentacles says it's a good choice for C. It looks like C will be all right. They're going to get get a little bit of a one night stand thumbs up. We get 5 thumbs up if you know. No, we get 3 thumbs up if you know what I mean. With that from from this, because it looks like the page. You're gonna ride the pull. We're gonna ride the pull. And that's what we're going to do for the one night stand. They'll be good. They'll be good with you riding the pull. I mean, it'll be all right, right? We're gonna pole vault our way into a 2 of Pentacles over here, and we're gonna get the fine balance that we need, in here to make this okay. Now, a level of celebration, a level of a little bit of a 3 of Cups action here. You may not be the only one they're having a one night stand with, but I'm just saying. But they'll be willing to pole vault with you all night. So I guess your pole vaulting is kind of sort of standing or something. I don't know if their poll's that big. Hey, I mean, put it up on YouTube or something. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it looks, we're going to go with a thumbs up situation with a pole vaulting one night stand, because hey, that is where all the action is tonight, So there we go. Everybody's having a good time tonight. That's what you need. All right. Ann has 1,000 readings. Shre has 1,000 readings. How are we going to handle this? All right, we're going to do all of Ann's at once, I think. We're going to do a whole Ann and Antopoulos over here. Am I doing better in general than people who had hurt me? All right, let's see where this is going to take us. Welcome, Mina. Mina, you came just in time. No pun intended. But yeah, you came in just in time for all of the wild readings with the devil too. Am I doing better than people had hurt me? In general, yes. The devil says there are some consequences to hurting people, to being miserable, to taking it out on other people. That's kind of one of those things. The devil says, don't be too concerned here. I think that they're not doing as well as they had hoped to do. So you are doing better. The world says you have more opportunities and more freedom, more or less of a guilt, more better things that are coming through here with the world. So you have more opportunities, more clean slate, more good things. And I think overall the 4 of Pentacles says that they're going to be a little bit restricted. They're going to be worried that they make the same mistake again. They're going to be worried about hurting somebody else. They're going to be worried about people hurting them. I think in general, if you hurt other people, the first thing you think about is somebody's going to hurt me, right? So if you go out and you're hurting people, now all of a sudden you get a little more paranoid about people hurting you. And I think that affects everybody. So overall, in general, I think it's good that you're doing better, right? Is the idea going right now for the project any good? Actually, it needs some tweaks. Hanged Man says this is a unique idea, which is good, but you have to mainstream it a little bit more. 8 of Wands says definitely pursue it. One thing about ideas is you have to put them out on the table and you have to throw them out there and make things happen and then tweak it as you go. I don't think you're going to sit there and get in a room with a bunch of geniuses and come out with this perfect idea and be like, voila, here's the perfect idea. It's like stock market trading, right? You have an idea, you have an inspiration, and you try it, you lose money, you tweak your idea, you lose money, and finally you're winning money and your idea is perfect. And that's going to be where you want to be. 8 of Wands, get it out there, start working with it, tweak it as you work on it, okay? Because the Hanged Man says it does need tweaks. You need some opportunities here to make this a little bit different as it approaches. But the Knight of Wands says, yes, we need to get that fiery aspect going. We need to start with this 8 of Wands. We got big Wands card, big movement cards. Get it out, start moving with it, start practicing, start putting it into action, and see where it's going to take you. Because it looks like a good idea, but it needs to be implemented and tweaked until you're good with all of that. All right, rest of the semester is where we're going at next. And we got public reception once the project is done. I think that's it for the ends. And then we're going on to Lorena on PayPal. We'll see where this is going to take us. All right. Related to the rest of the semester, you do need to focus on studies for the rest of the semester. It looks like the project has taken up a little bit too much time here. 5 of Pentacles, you're going to be challenged the rest of the semester if you don't focus on your successes, if you don't focus on the studies. Be sure not to spend too much time with this project. Ace of Pentacles says you have too many good ideas. You have too many exciting things. You have too many nice sort of niceties that are coming out through there. there. But the Nine of Cups just says focus on studies, focus on the rest of the semester, make your project a secondary thing. You can't get involved too much to where you are neglecting some part of your studies, and nobody's got time for that because that will affect you negatively. All right, public reception once this project is completed. Then off to PayPal, we got Lorena with a triple shot over there, spending all the money tonight. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. All right, the project is done. The tower says it's going to get a crap reception at first, but then it gets a lot better. It's almost like that people give just a crappy reception to it at first. People are not there to support it. People are not there to sort of be there. The moon says that this is more of an emotional project, and that's why we kind of got to tweak it a little bit and make sure that this does appeal to the masses. This is something that is unique, but it also definitely pulls you in and gets you excited. It gets other people involved. Queen of Swords, right? You don't want to sort of hard line something and just be like, this is my thing, this is my view, screw you. You definitely want to have some mass market appeal. The tower is good because it does cause some controversy. It does cause some people to look at it, a little bit of a mixed reception at first, but it does get a lot better later. And the moon, especially with that tower, that motion, that emotional pull is really good, and it's really sort of a powerful feel overall for you. Ms. Moonlight Musing, what is going on? Appreciate you hanging out here tonight. All right, we got the Anna triple shot done. Now it's time for the Lorena triple shot over there. We got HP with another donation. Thank you, HP. Greatly appreciate you. All right, let's pull through and get a little bit of a Lorena triple shot going on, meeting the future partner over there. We got L, future partner. All right, let's see. We got all of these. Have we met the future partner yet? And selling my mom's house at the end of the year. Selling mom's house. All right, and then the last one is general. All right, so we're going to do all of these. We're going to do all of these and make these happen. It's not the deck that I want for this. You know, I want a beefy, I want a thick, I want a meaty deck for this one. I want a big, meaty, thick, beautiful deck for this one. What are we doing over here? You know, I'm looking at the, what am I looking at over here? I'm looking at a little bit of a Chiro Marchetti. I'm in the mood for the Chiro Marchetti, right? We'll do the dark side, but I don't think the dark side is going to be good for this one. The dark side of the Force. I don't think it's going to be good for this particular reading set. All right, let's do that. Haven't met my future partner yet. That reminds me of a song that Teddy sent to me, what is it? I haven't met you yet, or something like that. There you go. All right. Have I met my future partner yet? Oh, we don't do reversals with this one. We're going to go, but that's sort of an interesting one, right? That is sort of an interesting one, that A. So HP, thank you for your other donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right. I don't think so. I don't think you have met their future partner yet. You do have sort of a hermit. This isolation, we're alone. This is not something that we are, right? This is not something that we're ready for, not something that we're fully prepared to make. And the ace, right? This is a very, very poignant and obvious combination even if you don't read tarot. You got a hermit card, then you got an ace of cups. I'm meeting somebody new with the ace of cups. Hermit card, haven't met this person yet. I am alone, a little bit on the isolated side. I think that there's some action-oriented things going on there, and this is somebody we're going to meet. You do have this 6. It's almost like the next partner, the future partner, has a lot of potential, has a lot of beef, has a lot of meat on the bone per se, and yeah, you are going to be very excited. You are going to have some good stuff with this person, especially with the strength card over here. It feels like this person is more of a Leo, more of a fire sign, more of that sign that is, some really good, right? Is really good, has a lot of good things going with it, and I think that just looks perfect overall. So we're going to go with a no. You have not met them yet. With the next Lorena thing over there, we're selling the mom's house. Well, that's an interesting one. All right, so basically, are we going to be selling the house or not? Let's see. Are we selling mom's house or are we not selling mom's house over there? We'll see. We'll see. Brittany, I got your donation. You're in the queue. Brittany, you're probably like 15 readings away. Brittany, we got 45 45 readings tonight. So it is busy over here. It's the Tarot Oracle Show. You know what I'm saying?
Tio is the best tarot reader.
Tarot Oracle Show is always busy, I gotta say. It's always busy. All right, let's see where this is gonna take us. All right, selling mom's house. Yes, it does look like we are selling mom's house. That Fool is a nice card over here. It says this is going to be something good. This is going to be something decent that we want to do. There's a level of money that is to be made here, too. It feels like the housing market is just rocking. It's just hopping. We have a lot of good things happening here, and this is something exciting, and I like it. I like it. I think there's a lot of good motion. The Fool says it sells very quickly, too, almost like surprisingly quickly. Very, very expedient sell, and I think that goes well as well. So you do have somebody that's almost like have been looking at it, have been shopping for it, and all of a sudden they see it for sale and they just hop on it immediately. It's right like that Happy Home, Happy Family, but the new Happy Home, Happy Family. Feels like that there's somebody out there that's been waiting for this to go on sale, and they are excited and they want to see it going on, right? They want to see it going on. So I think it sells remarkably fast. It's just my opinion. Of course, Lorena, just my opinion with all of that. Crafty lady, I love you too. All right, let's see a little bit of a general going on where things going to be happening in that realm. Oh man, you know, the general, a little bit of the Tower card into the 7. That's interesting. Things are going to reboot with relationships. We see this almost immediately. It feels like it's time for relationships to take on a new action, a new motivation, a new kind of level, a new kind of opportunity here. It feels like a lot of things haven't been happening, have been stalled out, and it's time to get those moving and rebooted. And you definitely do, right? You definitely do have that in there. And thank you for your other donation. Crystals and Pain, thank you for your hanging out tonight. But yeah, you got that knight over here. It feels like that your level of relationships is getting a reboot. This is something that's going to cause some degree of anxiousness, worry. There's a level of kind of anxiety that comes with this reboot. It's almost like that different relationship things, different things are moving, different things are happening as far as that goes. And that's kind of good, though, because we have more opportunities now. We have better opportunities. We have a more sort of a streamlined, good feel that's coming across with there. I think that's going to be exciting as well, especially with that knight. It feels like relationships have more substantive feel to them. They have more of a better overlook to them. And I think that's going to kind of be where you're excited about and what you kind of are interested in going through. There we go. We got all of those readings done on the PayPal side, and back to the super chats we go. We are skipping around quite a bit tonight. So we're on Julie right now. Do we have anything happening between Sha and the Capricorn and me? Hopefully the Capricorn's liking you, because something's going on with this Capricorn. This Capricorn's got a little drama associated with him tonight. There are a lot of towers. We got towers here, there, and everywhere. Katie says, willing to bet there's a Star Wars tarot deck. Disney is a lawsuit central place, however. I mean, we've all heard the stories of daycare centers drawing Disney characters on their window and getting sued. So, yeah, Disney is a very lawsuit heavy company. So if you did make a Star Wars tarot, you're probably going to get a cease and desist on that one. But that'll be just, my opinion, though. But yeah, that's also going to be a pretty high end, so you're going to end up getting a crappy deck out of it, in my opinion, because you're going to get somebody who is just cranking out these decks over and over and over and over and over. Minerva Siegel or something is going to give you a crap Disney deck. Anyway, just my opinion. All right, let's see. Do you see anything happening between the Capricorn and me? No. Oh, Jesus Christ. This looks terrible. Julie, I got to say no. I mean, this looks bad. This looks pretty dead-ended on this. You have literally all the crappy cards that you could have right here. You have a level of all right, you could have something that would be temporary. It would be short-lived. That would be a little bit on the, a hit and quit it, that kind of thing with that. The judgment, right? Maybe I want to try something again later, And that's kind of what the feel, it just looks like it's dead-ended over there. But yeah, you do have that 8, like trying something long-term. It just has a level of dead end here, has a level of disappointment, especially with that 10 of swords. It feels like a lot of things are just going to end poorly, and it just looks bad. It looks bad. We have bad, good, bad, good. The good is interesting because it feels like that we have a level of excitement for a temporary time, right? So we're having a little temporary excitement. This is kind of fun, kind of cool, but it looks like we have to sort of readdress it. And if we try to drag it out, make it a longer period thing, we don't really get a lot of results from that particular effort, basically. So yeah, I mean, this looks like Disney would pounce like a hawk, Disney doesn't mess around, but yeah. So if you tried a Star Wars deck, you would get you could probably try one. You do have somebody made a Disney deck with, instead of an I, it was an E on Kickstarter, and that thing still exists. So I mean, but yeah, you definitely, if it's going to be any level of success and you're making money off of it, you're going to have a problem. Anyway, what are Billy's intentions with all of this? It looks like good intentions. You got a 6 of wands over here, a level of success, a level of cheering, a level of good stuff here, as well as you got that queen of wands. They're willing to work. They're willing to make it happen. They're willing to coincide and come together and see where this is going to take us. A lot of good things here as well as it goes. The magician as well says this person is good at sort of having some intentions, having some, some purpose, having some things go well in this thing. So it looks like just good intentions. It looks like some nice intentions over here. It doesn't leave no bad cards. You have just good news across the board, especially with the magician. When they do end up doing something, they seem to be pretty good at it. And that's kind of what you want to see, right? With a 6 of wands, a lot of people cheering for this interaction. Just looks fantastic overall. I think the intentions are out there. They're good, and they are straight on target, at least in my opinion. Silent Victory is next over here. We'll see what Silent Victory wants down there. Let's see, vacation. All right, let's see how the vacation go. Is it going to be good, bad, or indifferent? Well, let's see where this is going to take us. All right, Kim with the White Lion. Just change one letter, make it so, there you go. Well, that's it too. Vacation. It looks like the devil, the world. It looks like a longer vacation than what you expect. It looks like you have a couple of challenges that hit us during the vacation. Be prepared monetarily to have a couple of extra expenses on the vacation, and just kind of be prepped, be prepared for things to be a little more challenging than what you think they are. The devil is in the details here. Let's make sure that we have all of the details covered, because any one thing that could go wrong, if we don't have a backup, if we don't have a, sort of a standard fallback, they are going to have a little bit of there. So yeah, you do have a sort of a 4 as well. It feels like the vacation is a nice, relaxing, once we get the details worked out, once we get across a couple of the problem areas, it looks pretty clean and easy. Overall, I like it. I think it's going to go fantastic. Looking pretty good. Just watch out for the details and make sure that there are no undotted I's or uncrossed T's if all of that stuff comes through. Julie does Rich want to get back with me? Julie, I think they do. Immediately, intuitively, I think that they have a level of care, they have a level of love, they have a level of all these things going, I think that's going to be it. I think that is going to be it. All right, but does Rich want to get back with me? Let's see how that is going to go. We got BRITNAY. I damn not forgot about you. Thank you. We got HP on the PayPal as well. Y'all are coming through after Sarah. We got Sarah in the queue, and then we're going to hop over to the PayPal side real quick. Does Rich want to get back with me? Yes. You do have a yes. You do have a yes, and you do have a yes. There's a lot of good yes cards in here. I think the main one being the Judgment card. If you're looking Getting back with somebody, getting that level of excitement, getting that level of hope, and getting that level of, sort of the purity, the movement that you need here. I think the Judgment card says returning is going to be good. Rich does want to get back with you. Wheel of Fortune, we want that steadiness. We want that predictability. We want the good news that comes along with getting the connection back and running. The Eight of Cups, like we left it too early. We left on the wrong terms. And the Nine of Wands, you know what I'm saying? It feels like we are a wounded warrior. This is something we left too early. We're a little bit wounded. We're recovered. Let's get back together. That looks like just a clean love balloons kind of reading. The Judgment card is so beautiful in that aspect. It just sort of makes it grade as far as what we're coming through, right? Caro has another question about that. I wanted if she lost the baby. All right. Well, these are some hot topics over here, and I don't mean the Hot Topic store at the mall. I mean, we got a little bit of that. All right, we'll do the This Might Hurt Tarot. Oh, no, well, yeah, This Might Hurt Tarot over there. If she lost the baby, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. Entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, nor am I a psychic medium. I am a psychic extra, extra large. I have been eating a lot of ho-hos and Twinkies and stuff because I get to go on the cancer diet soon. So, if you know you're gonna lose weight, you might as well gain a couple of pounds beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get back at the anyway. All right. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, if she lost the baby, I'm not gonna answer the question yes or no, but I'm gonna read the cards. The Ten of Pentacles. It looks like we had a happy home, happy family over here. It looks like we have a pretty standard happy home, happy family here. Got a good mix of happy home, happy families there. And Nine of Cups, it doesn't look like we lost anything. Two of Swords says there was some cutting involved. There may have been some things involved. We got the Two of Swords. There may have been some things involved, some things happening with all of that. But the world says that we didn't really lose anything. It doesn't look like we lost anything, but that's it. But we didn't lose. It doesn't look like but that's it. But we're going to go no. We're going to go a little bit of a no section over there with that. Lorena, thank you for your donation over PayPal. Appreciate that. But kids worked at Hot Topic. I got a Diagonal Alley sign from Hot Topic. Let me show you this. Hang on. I got so many readings. It's like, why am I not doing the readings? I got more readings, apparently. Julie, thank you for your other donation. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I do have a lot of, let me show you. I got a Diagonal Alley sign from Hot Topic. Let me see if I can find it here. Here we go. Where is it at? Here it is. Here we go. All right. So I got I got a Diagonal Alley sign from Hot Topic, and I put it over my Lego Diagonal Alley. So I think that sign looks pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that sign. That was from Hot Topic. And normally, I'm not like a Hot Topic customer. I'm not like their flagship customer. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. All right. Did you go out and buy a new Lego set today? No, I was pretty damn lazy today. I was extremely lazy today. I mean, in the obscenely lazy category today. I sat and did absolutely nothing today at all. I did nothing at all. Caro, no problem at all. I'm always glad to do readings. I just don't want to get sued. You know what I mean, Caro? So I gotta be careful. I gotta walk on the eggshells per se. Sarah's got a couple of questions over there. Will I like the RN homeless outreach job that I'm applying for? And the DJ, see what the DJ feels about me. We'll see where we're going over here. You're gonna like this job. Just ooh, nice. The homeless outreach does pull at your heartstrings a little bit. it feels like you want to help, but you can't help a lot of situations. You do see some tragic things over there. You know, you do see some things that do pull on the heartstrings a little bit much. That Page of Wands feels like I want to do more, but I can't do more. But I do get very affected by kind of what I'm seeing, what's going on with all of that. So you got to kind of watch out for that. You got to kind of watch out for that. But yeah, so the Tower moment does say you see a lot of destructive things as well, right? A little bit of a destructive, you feel like that, you know, things that shouldn't be that way, and you want to stop it, or you want to do something. Reality is you really can't do much with that. King of Swords says you do help quite a bit. You have a good heart, you have an open heart, you are somebody that cares a lot, and you bring a level of justice, you bring a level of good things to this job. And I think it's going to be one of those where you do get some things sort of being manifested that you don't like. You do want to help a little more than you should, but you can help, and I think that is going to be a valuable job for you if you can get through the heartstrings being pulled a little bit in that direction. TTV, I thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. How does Jeffrey the DJ feel about me? And do they want to DJ with me in bed? I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. We'll see. Start eating citrus fruit and other produce, less protein, and stop with the sugar. I mean, I'm going to be on the cancer diet on Monday. I ate some Twinkies. I ate some Ho-Hos. I ate some toast with jelly and jam and bacon and eggs. I ate it all because I am going to be on a diet next week involuntarily. So I'm good to go. All right, anyway. All right, how does Jeffrey the DJ want to DJ with me in bed, maybe, or not? You know, the Seven of Swords says Jeffrey the DJ is definitely a hit it and quit it kind of person. You do have that Eight of Swords. There's not a lot they're going to do for long-term opportunities. They are going to be a little bit of a distraction, more or less, as it goes. Queen of Wands said this is going to be something fun to do. I do think they like you, but they like you on a temporarily kind of setting as far as it goes. And just be aware of a Nine of Cups, right? You're not the only person they're DJing with as per se, but they feel pretty good about you. They want to hit it. They wouldn't mind sort of getting it moving around and getting all these other stuff going. But yeah, you know, sort of tying them down to anything long-term or anything specific. I think they like you for a good hit it and quit it shot. But that hit it and quit it and a Chappaquiddick shot. As it goes with that, we got Marie. Pull a relationship card for me. I'll be happy to pull a relationship card. We got KM. Sure, Trellis, you're finally after KM. I promise you. We do need to hop over to PayPal. We got HP twice, BRITNAY, Lorena. So, sure, Trellis. After this, we're going to go to PayPal. We're going to come back and do KM. And then we are going to see where this takes us. All right. I got a little bit of this deck over here and all this other stuff over there. Ultraviolet Teddy is just bossing me nonstop tonight. Is there any level of bossiness? Wasn't she sleepy? Weren't you sleepy? Weren't you sleepy? Anyway, all right. Marie wants to know, can you pull a relationship card for me? Happily, we'll see where that is going and see where that's going to go. And yeah, what kind of relationship going on? Jesus. 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups, cups, and more cups. Things are going well. Things will go well. Things are going perfectly. You have a lot of beautiful, beautiful cards here, especially with the 7 of Cups. Like you have more opportunities in love. You have more emotional stability, more emotional excitement is sort of moving through here. That is good and nice indeed. You have a 3 of Cups with a 2 of Cups, a level of celebration, a level of good connection, a level of good things over here. And I think that's going to be fantastic for that. That's going to be fantastic for that. Relationship cards looks damn good. Marie, this is solid gold as far as that. So if you wanted some good news, that is good news indeed. All right, we got HP. He's got the double shot, triple shot, quad shot. Everybody's got the double shot, triple shot, quad shot over here. We are running out of time with that. Health insurance covering the 4. Okay, dental. Dental implants. All right, so we got HP wants to know about dental implants and C. third party. All right, so we got the dental implants. The first question is, will the insurance cover the dental implants that I want to see, that I want to chase, that I want to go? All of these other things happening with that. You got the Moon, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. This is something they will cover. I think they will cover it. I think that they will cover it. So we're going with a little bit of money handing out over here. It looks like it'll be all right, right? It looks like they're going to cover it. They're going to pay for it. I like it. I like it a lot. The main thing is the Nine of Pentacles over here. Like there's enough money, there's enough opportunities, there's enough good things over there, and I think that's going to be the good news with this, especially with the Two of Wands. This is something that they have researched, that they have covered before, so I think that's going to be good, right? That is going to be good indeed. The Moon card says you're going to be pretty excited about it. This is something where they do a delay a little bit before they cover it, but overall, I think that they will cover it. The other question is, if we give C an ultimatum about me or the third party, who are they going to choose? Are they going to choose HP, or are they not going to choose HP? I think they'll choose you. I really think that they will choose you. Now, be aware, they are not going to be pleased with this ultimatum shit at all. I mean, they're not going to be pleased at all. This is not going to be something where they're going to be excited and exhilarated and thrilled about it. They feel like you're bossing them around, just like Teddy bosses people. They feel a little bit like that, right? The Death card. It's not something that I want. It's not something that I would choose, but hey, if I have to do the ultimatum, Seven of Pentacles says I've already invested enough with you. I've already invested this time and energy. I'm going to stick with you. The star says that this is the future. This is the good thing happening. But yeah, it looks fantastic overall. There we go. Let's go over here to Brittany. Is the next. Brittany's been waiting like all night. Brittany's like, oh my God, what kind of show is this? Brittany, what is your question? I made you wait for like 7 hours. Brittany, I have no idea what your question is. Brittany, let me know what your question is. I greatly appreciate your donation over PayPal. Thank you so much. Let me know what your question is, and I will put you in the front the minute I get it. All right, KM is next while we wait for Brittany's feedback and the question. I requested the Sagittarius X block me, and I blocked them. All right, so we got a couple of ghosty going on, right? He was extremely mean with words and acted like I was a stranger. Will he try to reach out despite this? We'll see. We'll see. It sounds like words were exchanged. It sounds like people were mean, people were upset, and all this other stuff. So, you know, that's the way it is. That is the way it is. So we'll go. Teddy is still ranting and raving. Teddy, you got to calm down. Teddy, you got to calm down, Teddy. Jeez. All right. Anyway, all right. Everybody ghosted everybody else. He was extremely mean, and he acted like I was a stranger and all this other stuff. In C, you have not missed your reading. In C, we have almost 50 readings to do in C. You are in the queue, but you're like 7 or 8 away. You're 7 or 8 away in C. I did not forget about you. I swear. I did not forget about you in C. You're 7 or 8 away. I'm sorry. It's 50 people waiting. You know? It's 50 people waiting tonight. It's pretty exciting. The crap tastes good. It does taste really good. I got cookies, and I got ho-hos, and I got donuts, and I love them donuts. I'm just telling you that. All right, we'll see what's going on. All right, we blocked everybody. Are they going to try to reach out even though we blocked them? Ten of Coins says yes. High Priestess says yes. I think they'll find a way around it. Right? I think they'll be okay. But that Page of Swords says for right now, they don't want to communicate. They don't want to connect. This is something where they're not going to, be too excited about the connection. They are affected with that. And they're kind of pissed. They're kind of pissed with this, right? That Nine of Swords over there, it just says that they're a little bit too worried about this. That they were concerned for a while, but now they've converted into that pissed off mode. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of in that Ten of Coins mode, where they're a little bit going to be more reunited with you, more connected with you, and I think then they're going to find a way to reach out. Okay, High Priestess. There's always a way to go through a block and connect with something. You know what I'm saying? somebody owes me money and they blocked me, but I found a way around their block to write them and tell them to give me my money, you know? You know, they blocked me, but I found a way around it, and I asked them for their money, you know, for my money, because they owe me money, and they ain't paying on the money. So, hey, you know, they signed an agreement. They signed it. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Anyway, but yeah, that high priestess says they're going to find a way around it. And yes, they will. They will. But are they pissed off now? Will they convert to more calmness later? Yes. But yeah, mad now, not mad later. They will try to reach out. Not going to be something that we can do much about with that. We still got BRITNAY waiting. BRITNAY, did I miss my turn? BRITNAY, what is your question? You may have typed it earlier, but I don't see it. And so you may have to retype it. I'm sorry. I don't see your question. You didn't put it in the PayPal, but I know you're there, and I'm waiting for your question, BRITNAY, and then we will get your reading. Anyway, all right, Sir Trillis has a gazillion questions today. I got 4 in a row over there. Financial outlook for the rest of April. How is it looking in regards to money over there? Let's get some little Buddha action going on. A little Buddha action going on. If you want me calm, don't throw stones in my lake. Your lake is rather small. I've seen it. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Come on, you know, financial outlook. How's it looking? How are things going? You know, April looks pretty clean. May looks a little harsh. May looks harsh for a lot of people. I do think you're affected with this May outlook, right? I think you're affected with this May outlook as it goes. You got an 8 of Swords over here. It's almost like there's not much you can do as far as finances going through in May. Rest of April looks pretty clean. This is something where you're kind of independent here. You do need to realize that this is something you can control, something you can get done. But yeah, this is something that you have to sort of approach. You have to make it good. You have to definitely use your manifestation abilities here. Hermit just looks like that this is solely independent upon you, especially with that Ace of Swords. Who do you contact? Who are you talking to? What projects, what ideas do you have floating through? And I think that's going to be one of the important aspects here. So definitely pursue what you're doing. I think it looks good for April. May is going to be a little bit harsh for you, but you know, that's what happens sometimes. Outlook for OB moving in with me. It looks pretty good. Intuitively, I think OB moving with you is going to be a boost. I do think you have a lot of good things with this as well. So, you know, that's going to be one of those things too. You do have an Emperor and a 3 of Wands and a Page of Pentacles. Feels like OB is going to be a little bit on the demanding side after the move in. This is going to be somebody that has their own way, has their own unique kind of things. And, you know, it just feels like that Page of Pentacles. They're not willing to pay their share sometimes. So I think that's going to be something that you got to sort of figure out as it goes, right? Page of Pentacles just says be careful with the money. They're not willing to pay their fair share sometimes, and that's just it, right? That's just it. You do have the 3 of Wands over here. It's almost like that they're constantly looking to move in. They're always stressed about it. They always looking. They're always pursuing this, especially with the Emperor, a little bit on the bossy side. If you can put up with these aspects, I think it's going to be good, but the move in does look good overall if you're willing to put up with some of that. BRITNAY, I have asked you at least 7 times. Please type your question in the chat. I appreciate your donation. I don't know. Do I need to retype this? Hang on. Like, what do I need to do to get BRITNAY's attention? Let me get that. Let me do this. Let's see. We'll do this. All right. We'll do this. BRITNAY, please type your question in chat. There we go. All right. BRITNAY, please type your question in chat. Can I make it bigger? Can I make it bigger? There we go. BRITNAY, please type your question. There we go. How about that? How about that? Maybe BRITNAY will see that. There we go. BRITNAY, please type your question. There we go. Hopefully BRITNAY sees that. And then we can get BRITNAY's question out. I don't know. All right. What's coming towards my Gemini and I? There we go. All right. Let's do that. What's coming towards my Gemini and I? Let's see what's going on there. All right. Let's see. We got BRITNAY going on here. BRITNAY. Gemini and I. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Let's go. What's happening between the Gemini and I? And see what is coming in between those two. There we go. All right. Brittany, you're on like a 5-minute delay. You're on a 5-minute delay, Brittany. So that's the welcome to streaming. Welcome to streaming. You probably typed something, and 5 minutes later I saw it, and then 5 minutes later after I said it, you saw it, and then you typed something, and 5 minutes later I saw it. You know, that's the way streaming goes sometimes. Streaming is not instant. Streaming is not instant. Anyway, all right, and now everybody from 5 minutes ago is saying she did. All right, let's see what's happening there. So, Gemini and I, and what's coming towards it? 5 of Swords, there's a level of conflict between you and the Gemini. There's a level of back and forth that needs to happen here to open up doors, to open up a level of communication, to open up some things sort of in that happening realm. So you do need to sort of be careful with this and sort of get some good communication, some good connections and all this other stuff. And I think that's going to be an important aspect as far as it goes. 9 of Pentacles says Gemini and yourself. You do have sort of this strong baseline connection, this strong level of sort of, footing on there. The foundation looks pretty decent with that, especially with the 3 of Pentacles. It's all about building on this foundation, building things up and seeing where this is going to take us, because the 3 of Pentacles is a beautiful card, especially as we try to build a home, we try to build a connection, we try to build things together. So it looks like some communication needs to happen, some very upfront, frank, and open communication needs to happen. As this happens, we do need to build a good foundation, which we already have a lot of, and as well as we need to build upon this foundation and sort of moving through and getting things done from that point. But yeah, open communication is going to be a very powerful kind of thing with this connection. There we go. All right. So tell us, do I need to find another trucking job? Let's see if we can get another trucking job going over here. We got the Owl Tarot. We haven't used this yet. We haven't used this yet. The Tarot Oracle show is on. Are you sure?
Time for the Tarot Oracle show.
Are you sure? I think I need some more of my drugs after this stream. I think I may need to go take one of my drugs now. I may need to take one of my drugs now. I'm not sure. I don't know. We got some tramadol in there, and I definitely need some of that tonight. But, all right. Do I need to find another trucking job? Yes. 8 of Wands says get out there and sing, ooh, I'm driving my life away. I'm looking for a better way for me, right? 6 of Wands says there are some better jobs, some better opportunities out there. I'll definitely pursue those, chase those, and see where that takes us, because the Tower says so. It's almost like our job isn't ready for prime time. We need something that's going to be bigger, something that's going to be substantial, something that's really going to be good for us in the long term. But I would just recommend, sure, you know what I'm saying? Just get out there, get another trucking job in there. We'll get a little bit of a thumbs up from the Owl Tarot over there. We also have outlook on my business for the next 2 months. Hopefully nobody's up in your business, because ain't nobody like it when we're up in the business. But, we'll see. We'll see with that. Business for the next, Jesus looks good. Jesus looks good. Jesus looks good and looks good and looks fantastic. I mean, you just have just straight up money. You just have just straight up cash money making it happen over here. 6 of Pentacles. It looks like the business is getting us the money. It's bringing in the finances that we need right now. Very, very good. Page of Swords feels like you don't have to put a lot of research, a lot of things in it. It feels like this is one of the business that just makes money. You don't have to put a ton of stuff going on, is what I'm saying, right? The Ace of Pentacles as well. Just money, more money, more money, and more money. I think that's just it. Business looks fantastic. Business is literally booming right now. We got Lorena in the PayPal queue. Let's get a couple out before we hop over to you. We got Geetika over there. All right, let's change us back to the ending soon. I have no idea what the ending soon said originally. No more donations. No more donations for tonight. All right. Wrapping up. There we go. No more donations for tonight. We're wrapping it up. Let's reduce the size of that and put that, whoa, and let's put that down there. I don't know what I just fucking moved. I think I just moved the camera or something. Anyway, we'll move that down there, and there we go. No more donations for tonight. Wrapping up. There we go. All right. Anyway, we got to get Geetika. My ex reached out from after 6 years to apologize. That's a long wait. I'm in a happy relationship. I want to know what triggered it. What's going on? Why are these things going on? Why are these things happening over there? You got that King of Pentacles and that Ten of Swords. It feels like that they're just recovering from something. They just reaching out, recovering from things, or being very emotional. You're not the only person they reached out for, right? That 10 of Wands. They got some things on their mind. Some things are heavy on their emotions, heavy on their mind. And this is something that's affecting them. And they just need to do the King of Pentacles. Get out there, make sure all their connections, all of their things are valuable, all their things are great going on. And that 10 of Swords as well just says, hey, this is something where they just wanted to get the connection. They just wanted to level it out. They just wanted to do it, and they're ready to go. They're ready to go with that. But yeah, it just feels like a lot of things are weighing on their mind, and they just need to release it, right? No pun intended. They need to release it. NC, I was a sit down between S and U, be successful, or is it going to be something where we have to stand up after that? Do we have to stand up? Can we sit down? Can we stand up? I don't know, a good yes or no question is for the Monsoon Tarot and all this other stuff. Ultraviolet Teddy, I did ask for the tarot deck, the Moon Tarot deck that you liked. I did write them and ask for it. I also asked for a couple of other tarot decks, and they did ship them to me. So you got some decks coming in there. You got some decks coming in there. We need to go to Austin. Yeah, you want to go to Austin so you can go to that guy's restaurant that you got a crush on. All right, well, let's sit down between S and I, be successful. Yes, the Hermit. It feels like this fixes a lot of things. It band-aids a lot of beautiful things over there, and I think that's going to be something that you're excited about. You got that Hermit card. It's such a beautiful card, especially over here next to that Ace of Earth, like the reinitiation, the good stuff going on, the good stuff being launched, being happening here, and that Five of Air, right? If we don't have a sit down, we're still going to be separated. We're still going to be in that failure mode. We don't want that to happen. We want to sit down. We want to open these doors. We want to make everything happen here, because the Hermit says we feel very separated. So I think the sit down does do us quite a bit of good, right? If Keith lost interest in Amanda, if anybody ever loses interest in you, they have a serious problem. They have a serious problem, and you should find somebody that has more common sense. All right. Let's see if Keith just plain gave up. They have not given up. Are you sure you're reading this right? Are you sure you're reading their intentions right? They have not given up over here. The Lover says, I want to stay together. I want to get things going. I want to make that happen. I want to get some stuff here. The Lover says they really sort of come around, no pun intended. And yeah, they are interested indeed. Strength says they are trying to conquer some things that are sort of weighing on them, that need to be released, that need to be kind of up there. And that Queen of Water especially, so this person is a little bit more on the emotional side. They're a little bit separated emotionally, and they're kind of like, well, you know. So yeah, they are still interested, having a little bit of an emotional issue, but you know, that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. So there you are. There you are. All right. Let's see. Means Jason, if I saw him, you'd have a crush too. I don't think I'm going to have a crush on him. You know, just spitballing it here. I just don't think I'm going to have a crush on him. All right, we'll see, but clearly you do. So, I mean, we can go, and he can get you worked up, and then we can go back to the hotel. No, all right, we'll go with the Victorian romantic. We're getting a lot of donations from PayPal, guys. I got to end this eventually. I'm dying over here. We got SP. Thank you for your very generous donation over PayPal. SP, let me know what your question is. I greatly appreciate you. We got BA over here. We got Lorena. But yeah. All right. So we're gonna say, all right. So what could be a good way to gain some audience appeal? Well, we'll see. Shre, let me know what your question is. Thank you for your very generous donation over PayPal. Really appreciate you. What is audience appeal, right? The Queen of Swords. Be direct in the appeal process. Be direct. You don't want to be roundabout. You don't want to be generic. You want to be straight up direct as far as where you're going and what you want to do, right? This is not something where you want to just have a roundabout global kind of thing. You want to be very direct. So that Queen of Swords, make sure that the connection gets out there. And I think that's going to be a very important factor here. Two of Wands as well just says sort of figure out who your audience is and orient it towards that. I think that's going to be good, right? You need that. You need that aspect here. So have the directness and also know your audience. Your audience is going to be your friend. Your audience is going to be that connection that you need. Eight of Cups, don't be afraid to lose audience members. A lot of people are just not going to be into your project and things like that. That's going to be okay, right? Because that Page of Cups says we can't appeal to everybody. So learn your audience, get the audience appeal down. What does that audience look for? How much attention span does that audience have? How much is that audience willing to pay? How much does that audience need? What is that audience looking for as far as the results go, right? And that Two of Wands as well. Know your audience. And be direct as far as where you're going, what you're doing. Don't be generic. So there we go. There we go. We got Julie is next. When do you see Rich and me getting back together? Julie, I honestly think August. This immediately came out in there. But I think August is the time. Empress, oh, that is beautiful over there. You got a little bit of that Four of Swords. We are going to have to wait for this to sort of manifest, this to come around, this to be happening. The Strength card says patience is going to be a virtue. Patience as far as waiting. Patience, all of this stuff is going to be very important with that, right? So August looks like where you're going to be at the end of the day, especially with that Nine of Wands. It says that there's a level of getting back together. It takes some work. It takes some pre-planning. It takes some preparation. And you have to be willing to engage in that, especially with this Empress here. If you want it to work out, if you want it to be magical, if you want it to be absolutely amazing, I think that's going to be very important here. All right, and that is just my opinion as it goes. Are we going to love reading for G and A? We're going to see where that takes us. Again, we're still in the Victorian romantic, still making it happen over there. Sheba Moon snuck in here. What is going on, Sheba Moon? Thank you for hanging out tonight. I greatly appreciate that. Let's do a little bit of a love reading between G and A. Where is this going to take us? The Emperor with a Two of Cups. We're not communicating enough. It feels like there's a lot of things that are understood but not communicated. That ain't working for anybody at this level. We need to very much be more communicative, right? The Magician, we need to approach this from a logical level rather than emotional level. We need to figure out where this is going to take us, what factors are here that are blocking us, that are making us not work, that are making us not function at the end of the day. The King of Swords is some of the communication just isn't working. A lot of times the communication's too emotional, and that really doesn't work for anybody because you're just sort of blathering out random things, and that's kind of be one of those aspects in there. The Emperor says we need to figure out between G and A who is in charge of this. It feels like somebody needs to step up and make some things happen here, because a lot of times we're not getting the effectiveness, the quality that we need from this. Two of Cups says as well, we can reboot it. If we can figure out how to restart some of these aspects, that would be good as well. Ace of Wands just says, again, with somebody stepping up, somebody to take some action and make things a little bit better at the end of the day. If we don't, we are going to run into a dead end here. I don't think the dead end is going to be really good for anybody, especially with that King of Swords over there. Being a little bit too direct, being a little bit too honest is really not functioning for us in the long run. So there we go. There we go. All right. Getting drunk. It seems like you're drunk already. I'm just saying, Teddy. You may be drunk already. Let's use a little Gregory Scott over there. Should I change anything to the channel, get more subscribers? A little Mons and Tarot and all of this stuff. Let's see. We'll see where the Mons Tarot takes us tonight. I like the Mons Tarot over there. All right. So we got 4 more readings, and we're finally out of here. We got L. L wants to know, change anything on my channel. Should I change anything on my channel? And see where it's going, with all of that. So yeah, there we go. When T.O. starts to do what I tell him, I'll be nice. That seems very restricted over there. That seems very restricted. That seems very happy based upon somebody else's action kind of thing. Not controlling at all. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, change anything on my channel. 2 of Wands says, Knight of Swords, 7 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. I think it's not a matter of changing anything. I think it's a matter of being open to new environments, open to new things over here, right? You have that 7 of Wands. You're a little bit defensive as it goes in some aspects here. You want to not be defensive against things. If you have an idea, throw the idea out there and sort of try it out. A lot of times you're going to be a little bit too restrictive. You're going to be a little bit in there. And you know what I'm saying? That King of Pentacles just says, make sure you have everything that you need on the channel. Because a lot of times we don't have what we need. We're making subpar material, subpar videos, what have you. You don't want to be in that situation. You want to be a King of Pentacles. I have everything that I need, whether it be equipment, whether it be ideas, scripting, whatever needs to happen, make it happen. Because the Knight of Swords says the more content, the more things you do, the better off you're going to be overall. That 2 of Wands says planning for the next video, planning for the next thing is going to be important as well. And I think that's sort of where you want to be focused on, right? But be open to a lot of different things rather than focus on one thing. There's not like one change that you're going to make that is just going to magically make everything 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got BA wants to know what's coming in love. And then we got 2 more readings. We're out of here. All right. Some love reading with BA. Some love reading with BA. You're a happy drunk. Well, maybe you should start drinking. All right. BA wants to know about love and love aspects and beautiful things that are happening with the love and all that other stuff. We got the 3 of Cups and the Sun. It is about meeting new people. It is about making new environments, making new things. The Sun talks about illuminating what we already have, what opportunities are going to be already out there. Because the Temperance says we may be in an unbalanced state with love and all this other stuff. And that 3 of Cups says a lot of times it's not going to bring us the joy, bring us the happiness, bring us the level that we need here in order to be satiated with a lot of this stuff as it goes. What is coming? I do think that you have a Sagittarius in the mix here. It is something where illuminating more of sort of their opportunities, illuminating their aspects, illuminating what they're doing, where they want to go, asking the questions up front. It's going to be very good. A little bit of an adventurous thing too. I think it's going to be kind of fun as well. So be more adventurous, be willing to do some things that happen within that, and be more balanced in love. And you still have the Sagittarius aspect going on that is going to be interesting to say the least as we go through. Now, we have Shre has 2 readings, and then we are out of here tonight because I'm losing my voice. All right, Libra boyfriends, current feelings, thoughts, what's going on, where's it going to take us, what kind of things are happening with that. Let's go and do a little bit of a grape juice tarot, a grape juice tarot over here. Teddy, I will ship you some wine. I will ship you some wine after the stream. But yeah, anyway, Libra boyfriend's current feelings and thoughts about me. We'll see what's happening with all of that. We'll see what's going on. You got a 5 of Cups, a Moon, and a 4 of Pentacles. You got a lot of weird cards here. Thoughts and feelings, they're mixed right now. They have a lot of good things, a lot of bad things. I think you kind of work their nerves sometimes as far as this goes, but you do have that Magician. They sort of know how to deal with things sometimes. You'll both work each other's nerves a little bit with that. 4 of Pentacles says they're kind of hesitant to be honest, be open, be for up front with a lot of aspects of this particular thing. The Moon says the connection emotionally is pretty tight, goes on well. It looks fantastic as far as this goes, but they're very worried about saying the wrong things. You know what I mean? They're very worried about saying the wrong thing sometimes. So, hey, That is their thoughts and feelings for you. Now, the last reading of the night is going to be, do you see getting married in the future? I do actually. I think the marriage actually comes up next year. I think that's one of those. Marriage kind of comes up next year. I think that conversation does come up. So yeah, you do have seeing marriage in the future. I think it sort of approaches next year. Let's get the tarot. What does it say about that? The Hermit, Queen of Pentacles, the Temperance, and that Nine of Swords. Not something you want to bring up too early, definitely. This is something that needs to be approached kind of gingerly as it goes, right? Temperance card seems to be everywhere. This is something where we want to have the benefits, want to outweigh the disadvantages of this. We want to be emotionally secure for this. We want to be financially secure for this. We want to have a good laid out plan. This is a legal agreement. You want to make sure that this is going to be good, because I think you're going to kind of freak them out a little bit with the marriage talk. But once they start bringing it up, once they start talking about it, I think we're sort of ready to go through and ready to take that to the next level, right? I think that is going to be the Queen of Pentacles as well. I think financially it's going to be concerning. So make sure you address that issue when this comes up. And I think that's going to be fantastic for you overall. The Hermit says, don't get on an island where you're the only one talking about it. You're the only one focusing on it. I think that the marriage does come up next year. And once we get in an agreement for all of that, I think we are golden and good to go. And that is it for me. I thank you for being here. We will see you tomorrow.